All right, now let's get to some of your thoughts on our big story from last night when I sat down with Portland City Administrator Michael Jordan to talk about layoffs and cuts that are on the way for likely every city department this summer. Portland is in a budget crisis in the neighborhood of around $100 million. Tough decisions are going to be made in the coming months, with at least 120 employees laid off, likely more. Public safety departments like police and fire could have to trim down. Community centers could completely close. Homeless camp removals and road maintenance could be delayed. The list goes on. But before we get to your emails, here's a twist, as first reported by the Oregonian, that will certainly raise some blood pressures out there. Turns out, City Administrator Michael Jordan is the city's highest salaried employee. He got his third raise in the past year this month. He got around a 7% increase to extend his contract from the end of June to the end of this year. Now, we touched on his contract extension at the end of our interview, but didn't talk salary. That brings his annual salary to just over $312,000 a year, and he could be in line for another raise this summer under a proposed cost of living adjustment that would push him above $320,000 annually. A city spokesperson told the Oregonian that Jordan is still below the midpoint of the salary range set by the government transition for the city administrator, which is arguably the most important role at City Hall, running the city's day-to-day operations. That pay range is between $277,000 all the way up to $383,000. Jordan falls in the bottom half, but not by much. And that's not Jordan's only income each month. Check out the story in the Oregonian if you want to learn more. But that salary revelation certainly adds a little heat to the budget discussion. The top official getting raises while at the same time discussing the likelihood of citywide layoffs. Poignant, if nothing else. The optics, not great. If you missed my conversation with Jordan last night, you can find it anytime on the KGW YouTube page. Okay, let's get to some of your comments. Several of you say it's the officials at the top, like Jordan, who should see pay cuts before things like public safety get the axe. ZM wrote to us, I think an obvious place to reduce expenses is in senior administrators, number and salary level. Cut 5 to 8% there, just like the mayor proposes for other programs and services. The proposals seem to focus on service reductions, and fee hikes seems lopsided to put the pain of the budget shortfall on the public. And Starr chimed in saying, I think lots of headcounts within the new structure can be eliminated since we all know salary is the biggest budget hog. Many of them don't even have a set of goals and objectives, yet they want an army of staffers to help them admire the problems, I guess. The vast majority of the rest of your comments had a theme of enough is enough with the homeless spending. Anna told us, I think if the city needs to cut funds, it should not cut the police and fire department funds. They should concentrate on cutting funds to the homeless. It seems the more money is spent on them, the more they encourage homelessness. And Willie wrote on our YouTube page, the amount of money being squandered supplying and enabling people who choose to live on the streets is insane, and we simply no longer can throw away money on people who want to stay homeless. Cut those funds now. Spend the money on shelter beds for those who really want to clean up their act. Okay, so if you have thoughts on what this city should do to make up the $100 million budget deficit, let us know. Or maybe you need to vent about Administrator Jordan's salary news. Email us, the story, at kgw.com or call and leave a voicemail, 503-226-5090.